But we spent the night here last night. And if we weren't going to Katrina's family house up in Calgary, I'd stay here again for another night.
He says he feels like he's back home in the yard. He can
Right.
just run free.
Okay, we are about ready to cross over. We're just getting a few things together to make sure we're ready to go. Here we go. Here
Just
we
saying.
go. Every little, I don't know. Are you going to be able to sleep tonight? Are you going to
Oh,
be able
yeah.
to? You sure? Now this is getting real. It's getting real.
Why is it getting real?
Because
I did see animal feces on the ground, and it was large. So there are large animals around here. What's going on?
You ready for this?
I'm ready to go. Well, I'm ready to go. I'm not ready to leave family, but I'm ready to go.
Yeah. It's getaway day today, and it's also across the border day. This is it. We really don't anticipate too many problems. Any problems, actually. From what we were told by Katrina's cousins, where we're crossing, which is just north of Kalispell, I think it's 93. It's an easy border crossing. We shouldn't have any issues as long as we got our passport and our paperwork for Tucker.
Yeah, and they said they've done it many times.
Yeah.
They've went through many times. They said actually it's harder to come back into the States than it is to leave the States. So we'll see.
We're going to find a place to park and boondock for the night once we get over there. We're using the iOverlander app, which was recommended to us by our friends Dee and Jacob. We'll find a place. And then tomorrow, the next day, we'll head into Calgary. It's been a great stay here. It's been amazing.
If you
Really
ever get
enjoy
a chance, we very highly recommend the area. Very nice.
All right, we're about ready to roll. I don't know. We got like a 4-hour drive today, maybe, give or take. We're not going to be driving very far, for a long day, so it's not bad.
No, we're good. We're ready to go.
How exciting is this? Crossover day, and it's getaway day and crossover day. I went to Canada back, I think it was in 1986. I was in Canada for work. The company I worked for, we would build bank vaults, but we also built security vaults, which were used in the government facilities for security purposes, which was much different than a bank vault. A friend of mine, a coworker, we took a truckload of equipment up and we crossed over the border. I think it was in Maine, and we went to Montreal to do the job, and we were there for a few weeks. And back then, you did not need a passport.
Oh, you didn't?
No, you didn't need a passport back then.
Oh.
But that was like 1986.
Woo-hoo.
Wow, holy moly! But anyway, that's the only time I'd ever been in Canada that I can remember. We haven't been in Canada since we've been together, right?
We were in Canada last year together.
Oh, that's right. We crossed over into Canada without any passports or anything. If you guys didn't check out, if you didn't see that video, I'll put a link above. I forgot. We went to Niagara Falls. Oh my God. No, I'm getting old. We went to Niagara Falls and we walked over.
Yeah.
And we made a big mistake. We thought we were prepared, but they were really cool. So
It ended up being fine.
I was there not even a year ago and I already forgot. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Let me get finished disconnecting things, and we'll be on our way.
Let's do it.
And we'll see what happens.
It's all good.
What'd you say?
It's all good.
It is? You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we are about ready to cross over. We're just getting a few things together to make sure we're ready to go.
Organized.
The drive up 93 from Whitefish. It was fantastic. It was gorgeous, beautiful drive up. Let's head over here. We're gonna let Katrina's driving. She's chose to drive, and we'll see how this goes.
You told me I had to.
All right, Tucker, you ready for this? All right, let's do it.
Okay, brakes off. No one's coming. Have we go, Tuck? This way.
Just keep going straight. Yeah, that's where they check in on the Maryland.
Even Montana.
The America side.
Bye-bye, Montana. We'll miss you.
Stop here and wait for the green light.
I was reading it. Thank you.
Tucker is excited. He cannot wait.
My first trip into Canada. This is great.
All right.
It's exciting. It's exciting, Tucker. It's so exciting. Shouldn't hit anything.
How you doing? Yeah, sure. Take it easy, buddy.
Sure. Have the passports, please?
Yes.
Tucker, honestly.
A few moments later.
And here we go.
Okay, so pretty easy. No big deal. He just asked us a series of questions. He wanted to see the passports. We showed him.
He asked us where we were from. We said Maryland, where we were going, and how long we were staying in Canada.
And then he asked us if we had any alcohol. We told him we had a bottle of whiskey, half a bottle of tequila, and 2 bottles of wine, which is true. And he was like, okay, you know. So that was.
But the crazy part is, he didn't ask for Tucker's paperwork. I asked him. I said, "Would you like some paperwork?" And he said no.
Yeah, he said as long as you had it with you, which was good. Now this was coming through this entrance on 93 North, out of Montana into Canada. So that's going to vary, you know, where you guys go. But if you're interested, if you're thinking about coming to Canada and you'd like to include Banff, I think coming this way, fantastic. Very easy, quick and fast. He had us turn the rig off, but there's no drama, no big mystery, no big issues and troubles. He was very straightforward. And as long as you look him in the eye and you're honest, you're good to go. So we're gonna find a spot to pull over for a little bit, get something to eat, maybe have a sandwich, and then figure out where we're gonna stay for the night.
I've been so many places, I've seen them all with open eyes. Seen islands, open spaces, Serengeti sun slowly rise. All these memories, I hold them near me when I sail the Aegean Sea.
All right, now this is getting real. It's getting real.
Why is it getting real?
Because I think this is the first time we've ever really boondocked by ourselves.
Is it the first time we ever did it by ourselves?
Well,
I
take that back. It's the first time we boondocked in a remote area like this.
By ourselves.
By
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. I did see animal feces on the ground, and it was large. So there are large animals around here.
Here we go.
Just saying.
Every little. I don't know. Are you going to be able to sleep tonight? Are you going to be able to? You sure?
I hope. And actually,
'Cause if you hear-
if it bangs into the RV at night, I'm okay with that because I'm inside.
We're partially under a tree with acorns, and if one falls on a roof, she's going to go.
Those aren't acorns.
What are they?
They're
I'm
pine
sorry.
cones.
They're pine cones. That's what I meant.
Not
You're
acorns.
right. I'm sorry.
Chris, not real familiar with the trees and.
Chris wasn't much of an outdoor kid growing up. I mean, my dad was from New York City, so
Horticulture's not your thing.
it's outside with the tree, and there's a thing hanging on it, whatever that is. And as soon as they fall on the rig tonight and make a noise, she's going to be.
No, I'm not. No.
You sure?
Absolutely not.
Just a few things about the border crossing. Just one more time. Something else to keep in mind, we had a friend reach out to us who is a few days ahead of us. He crossed over into the border and he had his weapon with him and he had all the paperwork. He researched it. So he was good to go. And you could do that if you want to. It's up to you. He told them that he was going to Banff, the national park. Well, they don't allow weapons in their national parks up here.
That's right.
So they told him, here were his options. Now, once again, this is what he told us. So I'm just relaying to you what he said. He could cancel his reservations at Banff and prove it. Show proof. Or he had to go back across the border and store his weapon, which is what he did. Yep. So that's something you want to be mindful of. If they ask you, they asked us where we were going. And we kind of just gave a brief summary of like Calgary, Friends, Banff, and then to Alaska. And they said, how long are you going to be in Canada? And we said 2 weeks. Other than that, that's something, we don't have to deal with that. He just asked if we had any weapons on board, and how you choose to handle that, it's up to you. So apparently if you do your research, which we didn't, if you do your research, you can get the correct paperwork to carry your firearms if you want to. It's up to you. I don't really care one way or the other.
You got a little white hair right there.
Gee, thanks. I got a little white hair.
Well, actually, it's a couple.
All right, enough of that nonsense. Thanks for reminding me. Now I lost my train of thought. See what she did? She threw me off.
So sorry.
But anyway, whether you do or not, I really don't care. It's totally up to you. So it's no big deal. But I'll show you the spot we have here. And I want to thank to iOverlander app. Got us back here. It was a pretty easy drive for us to come back here. I kind of walked down the road a little bit and then checked it out. So you might want to scout it if you're looking into this and you're interested in doing boondocking in Canada. They do allow it. Katrina got us all set up. She kind of picked a site. She's got a there's some fire rings here, so Katrina wants to do a fire, but she doesn't want to do a fire tonight because she's scared a wild animal come up on us.
Look, I don't want to be outside in the dark too late tonight. We can do it in the evening, and I don't want to be sitting out in the middle of no man's land by ourselves with the fire and Tucker out there with large animals. That's all.
So we're about 30 miles, if I figured this out, we're about 30 kilometers north of the border, which is about 18 to 19 miles. And we're just right off the main road, a mile or two back. Let me show you what we got here. So when we showed up, somebody must have left this wood here. The fire ring is right there. And there's the RV. We got it set up. Just take a look around. I'm going to try it. I'll see if Katrina wants me to. I'll hook up Starlink. I got a clear line of sight here. So that shouldn't be an issue. And we'll stay here for the night. I'm not sure what time we'll roll out in the morning. We'll see how things go. We have a 4-hour drive. It's really not a bad drive. We're headed up to Calgary to see Katrina's relatives. But I'm kind of digging this. And this whole boondocking thing this kind of boondocking is new to us. So it's kind of weird doing it for that's the first time driving back here on the road. I'm like, is it safe to be out here? Is it cool to be? You just got to get over that and see how it works. Do you want me to hook up the Starlink?
Yes, I do.
You do? All right. You okay, buddy? You like this? He's doing better with this, so we thought, but it looks like the gunk in his eye is coming back again. And I thought it was clear. We gave him the medication for like a whole week, and it was good. Now I look at him this morning and it's back. So let me get you unraveled here, buddy, and I'll let you guys know how the Starlink works out here. So, pretty cool. Good morning, Getaway Nation. We woke up this morning. It's a Saturday morning. They had the northern lights last night, and our location here where we're at right now, a boondocking spot here in Canada off highway coming up from the border of 93. I'll put a link in the description down below. I'll do my best to try to put a link or the coordinates to where we're staying. So if you're ever up this way and you come up through Montana from Kalispell and you come in across the border, you could stop here, check it out. But we spent the night here last night. And if we weren't going to Katrina's family house up in Calgary, I'd stay here again for another night. We could easily do that. And I get a better appreciation and understanding of why people love to do the boondocking. There she is. Hey. Hey.
Let's go.
All right. I was telling him we have Tucker here. Now, Tucker is in on a leash. We're big proponents of putting your dog on a leash. But since we're here and there's no one around, I decided to let him kind of roam free. I still have to keep an eye on him in case, because if he sees something, he'll take off. So I'm kind of, keeping my head on a swivel, but he's enjoying it. He loves it to be able to just hang out. And
He says he feels like he's back home in the yard. He can
Right.
just run free.
well, here's the thing. See, there's a fire ring right here, and there's another one you can't see. There's another one over there. When we were sitting around last night for a fire, we did a little campfire. And I don't know who was here before us, but they left. Did you end up burning that wood?
I did.
Somebody left quite a few pieces of wood.
Yeah.
And then we went around and grabbed some scraps, and actually Katrina did.
I was going to say, did you do that? Because I didn't notice you doing that.
She did that. So we had a nice little campfire, and Tucker was able to come over and walk and just sit, and he was very good.
He was.
I think it's another cool thing
And
about boondocking.
And we were out here late last night. It was like 12:30 by the time that I think Chris and Tucker, when I stayed a little longer, and he did not want to go back.
Tucker doesn't like to drive, and we've talked about that. But once we get someplace and we get set up and he knows it's new, he knows he's somewhere new and different and exciting. He really enjoys it. But if there was someone else here, we would keep him on a leash because he would run over and get all excited and happy and silly. So, but anyway, we really enjoyed our stay here. I was just telling them that if we weren't going to your relatives, which I don't mind, but we would stay here another night. Don't you think?
We would, or we would go find.
She didn't look too excited.
I want to experience more. I would like to maybe go find another one. But this
Yeah,
one was
but
really nice.
she's right. That part she's right. But why not do like 2 days, 2 or 3 days to see how well you can do the whole boondocking thing? If you had to take a guess, what would be the largest size rig you think they can get back in this spot? Well, we're 25 foot, so I think maybe even a 30-foot Class A could come back here. The Wookiee.
32 could get back here.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So, and there's actually enough room, I think, probably 3 rigs, average to medium-sized rigs, to come back and hang out in this area.
Absolutely.
We're really digging it. We're getting ready. We're wrapping up, and we're getting ready to get back on the road. We got about a 4-hour drive up to Calgary, where we'll spend some time with Katrina's family. When's the last time you seen them?
It's probably been 30 years.
30 years. What have you been doing? Did I
Or
keep you
more.
from seeing your relatives? We've been
Always,
together 30. I guess
always.
I kept you from seeing your relatives.
You usually do.
Sorry about that. Chris comes first. No,
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Come on, let me joke. So anyway, but we'll check it out. Obviously, you've never been to Calgary before, so I think this will be exciting.
It's definitely
This
exciting.
whole thing is so exciting, guys. And once again, the border crossing was a piece of cake. No drama. No, whoa, are they going to get us? None of that.
Well, Tucker barked nonstop, which was very irritating. You could tell that the border patrol guy was a little irritated. And then somebody had the camera out, and he did ask you to put that away.
Yeah, he did.
And the not so nicest facial expression.
No, but that's okay. It's fine. That's understandable. And I didn't
So-
have the camera on him. I
so
had it
we
on
could
me.
have got in trouble. It would have been Chris's
No, we
fault.
weren't going to get in trouble
would have been
for
your
the
fault.
camera. I had it on me. He's just like, can you turn that off? Like, sure.
No, he
Yes,
said,
sir,
"No,
officer.
A little more grumpy, he said.
Yes. Well, he was kind of hardcore,
Yeah.
but he was still cool. Yeah. I think the dog barking may have helped us. He may have been like, I am not going to go search your vehicle. Not with that crazy dog. But he's not crazy. Anyway, I digress. We're back on the road and ready to continue with this
Epic journey.
trip and how fantastic it's been so far. And we're just at the beginning of it. We can't wait. We're going to be at Banff next week. That's exciting. And we'll meet up with Dee and Jacob. Exciting. Exciting, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Go, Tucker. Are you ready to go?
I've been so many places, I've seen them all with open eyes. Seen islands, open spaces, Serengeti sun slowly rise.